Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have your spoilers for the upcoming week of November 28th, 2022. That means we should have a new Mythic, so we'll check that out here in a minute. Going to be going over the upcoming events, new troops, new weapons, new pets, kingdom level and power, what kingdom week it is, which we can tell then by knowing what will be in the event key drop table and what weapons will be in the Soul Forge. I do this for PC, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation, and then we move on to Nintendo Switch after that. Yesterday, great chatathon. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but you guys were awesome, so was a success. That's what I'm going to say about it. Successful chatathon yesterday. Next one will be in January sometime, probably towards the end of January. We'll see. If there's a vault event in the beginning of January, might have to do it then, but sometime in January. So don't worry, we don't do one in December during the holidays and stuff. Anyways, let's get started here with the weekly event spoilers for PC, mobile, Xbox, and PlayStation. Like I said, we should have a new Mythic, so we'll go over that. New Mythic is always the first Friday of every new month, so we're going to be going into December on Thursday, so we're going to have a new Mythic on Friday. All right, let's go. Monday, November 28th, 2022, we got a world event, Crystal Summons, 160% spell damage for all troops in the current event. It's a Silverglade week. It's Dragon Knight, Herald of Christinax. Tuesday, Faction Assault is Silver Necropolis. Wednesday, Pet Rescue is Arcanus Hound from Silverglade. Thursday, Class Event is Archmagus. And Friday we have the Vault. Of course we had the Vault right after the next weekend after the chatathon. It's okay though, we had fun doing other things for once. So Silver Necropolis is a decent farming faction. I always recommend City of Thieves or the Warrens, but if for some reason you want to be a contrarian, you could go do Silver Necropolis. It's like a top 5 farming faction for the underworld. Archmagus is a good class. It's a really good purple class, and the weapon's really good too. And then Vault Event is the best event in the game. Hopefully you got 2 Ironhawks. If not, hopefully you got Rowan. If not, hopefully you got Moon Mage. Go check that video out. The Moon Mage video. The new Quick Clear, I think I called it. So yeah. World Event, Spell Damage, Silverglade Week, Faction Assault, Silver Necropolis, Pet Rescue, Arcanus Hound, Silverglade, Class Event, Archmagus, and Friday we have Vault Event all weekend. So let's click on Silverglade and see what troops you can get with event keys and what weapons will be in the Soul Forge. Alright, here's the troops. Are every single one of these in the drop table? Maybe not, but I'll let you know which ones are good that are. Our Amethylos, Arcanus, Elven Bard, Enchantress, Flora Fawn, Forge Mistress, Grimcorn, Hind, Christinax, Lord Arundel, Moon Mage, Moon Phoenix, Princess Elspeth, Queen Aurora, Sapphire Knight, Silver Draken, Silver Oak, Sword Maiden, Sword Master, Tannenbaum, the Magician, the Silver Maiden, Unicorn, Will of Nisha, Willow, and Wisp. So nothing jumped out at me there. Moon Mage is there, but you get that with like adventure keys, I'm pretty sure. Queen Aurora is there, but she's just like an above average mythic at this point. Will of Nisha's okay, but once again like an above average mythic. So nothing too crazy unless I just skipped over something and I'm not thinking straight. Let me know in the comments, but I did not see anything for Silverglade. Now, people out there will talk about Kingdom Power, but if you don't have all top 10 mythics, you probably shouldn't be crafting mythics or throwing all your event keys for a Kingdom Power unless it's going to get you right away that next magic stat. So keep that in mind. Not for everyone. Crafting a crappy mythic for a Kingdom Power that will not get you a stat right away is not worth it if you don't have all the top 10 mythics already. It's a consideration if you do already have most of the top 10 mythics, but it's always like the last consideration that people mention way too much. Alright, weapons that'll be in the Soul Forge. Arcanus Blade, Crystal Point, Cursebreaker Wand, Doomed Mask, Emerald Blade, Emerald Tear, Ethereal Shield, Life and Death, Nature Sword, Prismatic Orb, Reflection of Good, Runestone of Silverglade, Silver Sword, Staff of the Magus, Sun and Moon, Wild Orb. So with those, like the good ones that you heard, I think are either through classes or factions. The Emerald Blade is okay, but I'm talking about Life and Death and Reflection of Good. Reflection of Good you will get through the Archmagus class, and Life and Death I think is the Silver Necropolis weapon. So on Tuesday it will be in the Soul Forge technically, but um, you should buy up in the shop and do the event, and you'll get it that way instead. You're going to be doing the event anyway. You might as well buy turns, get all rewards, and get the weapon at the same time. But maybe you already did all that. Maybe you have it on 500, and somehow you don't have the weapon. Then you would buy it in the Soul Forge, which I don't even think is possible. So most people are going to get it through the event. The class weapon, you want to just equip Archmagus and get 250 victories. You do not want to buy it in the shop or in the Soul Forge or anything, so you should be getting that for free. But yeah, that is everything for the, Silverglade week. Alright, troop spoilers. Here comes the Mythic. After the Glory Shop troop, probably. Alright, on Monday, November 28th, 2022, from Silverglade, we have Herald of Christinax. Work Shard, Play Shard. Arcane Light, base rarity Epic. Troop type Dragon Knight, troop roll Generator. What's it look like? It's a Dragon Knight, so you can already picture it kind of in your head. He's a blue dragon. He's got gold and white armor. He has a shield that looks like a dragon, kind of, and he has a hammer. So you may see him on the thumbnail, probably, along with the new Mythic. Crystal Scroll is the spell. Convert all blue gems to green dragon gems. If Christinax is on my team, all allied dragons gain 4 magic. Mana color green, yellow, mana cost 13. Kind of waiting for one of those troops to actually be good. We've had like, Essentia and this one. And there was one recently with a bounty troop, like where if you put them together on a team, the Hound of Yao or something, that they'll do something extra, but it's never a good team to put them both on the same team. So, but convert all blue gems to green dragon gems. If Christinax is on my team, all allied dragons gain 4 magic. It's not bad. It's conversion, blue to green, and they're dragon gems, so they may explode or whatever. Mana color green, yellow, mana cost 13, and it uses the color that it converts to, which is good. Trait number 1, Dragon Bond. Trait number 2, Nimble. Trait number 3, Tough Scales. 30% skull reduction. So it doesn't sound too bad. It's a converting troop, but usually if you have a low rarity troop that's converting, you kind of want it to have like Empowered or 50% start or Swift or something like that, and it does not have that. So yeah. Friday, the new Mythic from Karakoth. Is called Deathlock Dralic. Arcane Beast and Dark. Base rarity Mythic. Troop type Undead Mystic. Troop roll Warlock. So it's an Undead Mystic. He looks really cool. He kind of looks like Shredder, but like a mage. Kind of like Shredder, but a mage with some horns. I don't know, maybe not Shredder, but his mask kind of looks like Shredder, but he has horns like a demon. Then he has like a hood. And he's wearing like a cloak, and he has a book in his hand, and he's got a bunch of screaming green skulls behind him. Looks awesome. Mark 4 Sacrifice is the spell. Curse and death mark an enemy. Then deal magic times 1.5 plus 3 damage to all enemies below them. Then summon Aberoth. Mana color green, red, purple, mana cost 22. Trait number 1, Demonic Pact. 25% chance to summon an ancient horror on death. You've been seeing that in the bounty with the hag. Trait number 2, Undying. Trait number 3, Summoning Ritual. Gain 10 magic after an ally is summoned. So nothing too great there. Like, when we see a new Mythic, we want it to have at least a couple good traits. You want it to do multiple things that are good. Most of the time you want a good Mythic to have at least 2 or 3 good traits, and then you want the spell to be useful and everything. Curse and Deathmark an enemy, that's one enemy, and then deal damage to all enemies below them, and then summon a useless troop. I don't know, y'all. Unless he hits really hard, I don't know. It's magic times 1.5 plus 3. So let's just say you have 40 magic to make it easy. that would be, what, like 63 damage to all enemies or something like that. And then summon Aberoth, who's not that good, and then none of his traits are good. So I'm going to say it's probably not very good. So if you see a video out there with a thumbnail that says best mythic ever, it's probably not true. Alright, weapon spoilers. Nothing. Our next new weapon is next week, after this week. Not even gonna click on that crap. Pet spoilers. Nothing. We're gonna get some a Christmas pet, I think, next time. Not next week, but the week after. Max Kingdom Power. Alright, Silverglade Kingdom Power goes to 22 on the 28th. On December 2nd, 2022, Karakoth Kingdom Power goes to 26. Neither one of those are soft caps, so it probably doesn't matter too much. Alright, so yeah, that is PC, mobile, Xbox, and PlayStation. The most exciting thing is the new Mythic and the Vault event. There's also a couple weapons. If you don't have them, you should probably get them. Life and Death and Reflection of Good. And that's about it, you know, for next week. Vault event, new Mythic, Reflection of Good, Life and Death. That's what you're looking at if you're on PC, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. Ding dong the bell. And yeah, we got that 2 million channel views. We crushed that one. We're looking for the 6666 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, which most of you who are watching are not, that's what the analytics say anyway. You know, over 50% are not subscribed that are watching right now. I'd really appreciate a subscription. Help us get to that goal of 2/3 to 10K. We're almost 2/3 of the way to 10K. So if just one of you out there hits that subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments, and I'll toot my horn for you. Anyway, let's get on to Nintendo Switch here around the 12-minute mark. Let's see what's going on for y'all. I had a thought before I made this video. Like I always have this with Nintendo Switch. I just don't have enough Nintendo Switch people out there, or I would do a lot more for y'all. Like I've tried it before. Like most I do these days is this spoiler thing. But I was like, man, I should look up the event and like tell them the team or something on the spoilers. But I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't here. It's a thought I've had. Sometimes I think about something I might do, and it takes me a few weeks to actually do it. Anyway, Nintendo Switch spoilers. Monday, November 28th, 2022. You should also be getting a new Mythic. It's the first Friday of a new month, so you should be getting a new Mythic here, Nintendo Switchers. Alright, your World event. You have a Flock of Goats, 160% spell damage for all troops in the current event. It's a Wild Folk Knight, Lapina Knight. Or no, that's Tuesday. It's Beast and Sky Goat. Pan's Veil week, so we'll look at that in a minute to see what troops will be in the event key drop table and what weapons will be in the Soul Forge. Tuesday faction event is the Warrens. I just did a video on the Warrens last week because we had the Warrens on Tuesday. So if you go just a few days ago, I did a Warrens video. It's the best gold farming faction in the game. Should be pretty easy to find that video. Exactly a week from when you need it. So go back 1 week and you got that video for you, Nintendo Switch. Pet Rescue Billy Kid on Wednesday from Pan's Veil. Thursday class event is Bard. And then on the weekend, you have Faction Umbral Nexus. So you get a new Faction Umbral Nexus. You're going to have a lot of new troops here. Bard class event, I probably have a video on that. I have videos on everything. So if you just type Bard class in my search bar on my channel, you will find a video, and that'll help you through that event. Same with everything. The World event, the Pet Rescue, I've probably done a video on it at some point. Anyway, let's see what Pan's Veil is going to get you this week with event keys and the Soul Forge. All right, here's the troops that'll be maybe in the event key drop table. I'll call out any that I think are important that you can actually get with keys. Argos, Blade Dancer, Bunny Null, Copernicus, Elwyn, Faunessa, King Selinus, Lapina Explorer, Nax, Nymph, Nyx, Pan, Piper, Poxhair, Rubitressa, Satyr Hunter, Satyr Musician, Satyr, Selene Guard, Siren, Skygoat, Starflower, Sylvasi, the Burrow Warden, the Silent One, the Wild King, the Wild Queen, Voiceless Golem, Wargoat. So I feel like we just had this week. So you may just have to go back 1 week to get your stuff here. But the Wild Queen is a very important mythic. King Salinas is a very important legendary. Not very important, but he's a 50% start for Wild Folk, which is important. So the Wild Queen is your target there, and if you miss, you're going to get either the Wild King, or there's one other one, another mythic there. Those are the two most important ones, though, the Wild King and the Wild Queen. The Wild Queen is way better, and you guys might not even have the Wild King yet, so the Wild Queen is what you're going to be looking for with event keys. If you get King Salinas, that's cool too. All right, weapons. Crescendo, Daisy's Cudgel, Doomed Rod, Garland Staff, Glaive of Many Goats, Loot of the Veil, Orpheus's Lute, Pan's Lute, Prism Staff, Radiant Jewel, Slay Bell, Savasi's Blades, Tooth of the Wild, and Yasmin's Pride. Yasmin's Pride and Glaive of Many Goats is what you're looking for there in the Soul Forge. I would go Yasmin's Pride first, and then Glaive of Many Goats second. So your ultimate order there would be the Wild Queen is the most important thing, then probably Yasmin's Pride, and then probably King Salinas, and then probably Glaive of Many Goats. So yeah, that's what's up with Pan's Veil. Alright, troop spoilers for Switch. We should see a new faction, a bunch of new faction troops, and a new mythic. On Monday, November 28th, 2022, from Pan's Veil, you're getting Sky Goat. Hey man, got any grass? Arcane Mountain, base rarity, ultra rare, troop type beast, troop roll striker. The spell is Butt from Above. Deal 0.7 damage to 3 random enemies with independent 50% chances to stun them. Mana color yellow-brown, mana cost 12. Trait number 1, Thick Head. Trait number 2, Thick Hide, 20% Skull. Trait number 3, Chaotic Wish, 10% chance to create a wish gem when my turn begins. Not something we're really using. There's other ways to stun. There's other ways to do damage. Also on Monday, November 28th, from Zhejian, you got the Fool. Foolish, Gullible, Reckless. Arcane Deep, base rarity, Legendary. Troop type Construct, troop roll, Warlock. Draw the Fool is the spell, jumble the board, and the enemy team. There's a 7% chance of an extra turn for each brown gem on the board. Mana color brown, mana cost 6. Trait number 1, Inscribed. Trait number 2, Accursed. Trait number 3, Bad Tarot. Inflict a random status effect on a random enemy when an ally casts a spell. Tarot cards aren't used most of the time. You get those through the Vault event, opening Vault keys. Not the Vault event, but from the Vault keys that you get from the Vault event. You open the Vault keys and you have a chance to getting tarot cards. So that's where you would get it. They're not used very often. I've heard of people using them in like really loopy teams, but I haven't done it yet. Alright, your new mythic is Ares on Friday, December 2nd from K-Zeal. Can't ever have enough RAM. Arcane Lava and Mountain. Base rarity Mythic. Troop type Construct. Troop roll Assassin. Spell is called Ram Sign. Deal half minus magic times 4 plus 3 damage to the first enemy. If they die, explode 8 gems. Mana color red, yellow, brown. Mana cost 20. Excuse me. Trait number 1, Clobber. Deal double skull damage for stunned enemies. Trait number 2, Stone Skin. 50% skull. Trait number 3, Celestial Barrier. Give 4 armor to all brown allies when matching brown gems. He's not great. He's not bad. He's kind of like a budget Arachnean Weaver almost, just way not as good. Like Arachnean Weaver is a top 10. This thing's like more like above average. I've seen people using it and trying to call it good, but it's really not. I mean, you can kill things one at a time with it and it explodes and gets its mana back, and you know, you can make it work if you really want to, and it'll maybe one-shot things and blow up the board and get its mana back. That's the best thing it'll do. It'll one-shot something, blow up the board, get its mana back. One-shot something, blow up the board, get its mana back. One-shot something, blow up the board, get its mana back. One-shot something, blow up the board, get its mana back. You see how long that takes? It's not that great. But it's not terrible either. Also here, what? How come you're not getting faction troops? Maybe it's a repeat faction for y'all. Okay, so never mind. Y'all are having a repeat faction, the Umbral Nexus, so it might be your first repeat faction ever, which is your second chance to go get that thing to level 500 pure faction. That's what I do. So I would totally recommend, if you did not get Umbral Nexus to level 500 pure and deathless, now's the time. Go to the on Friday, You're going to have to buy up a lot of potions. You got to have a lot of gems. Go check out my gem farming video that I just did. And start right now at that, because you're going to need at least 2,500 to 3,000 gems to get this bad boy done. Plus a lot of gold and a lot of treasure to get your horde level up. So you got to start with it now. Start farming City of Thieves every day, 3 times a day. Start gem farming by checking out my video. And then by Friday, hopefully you have enough gems, enough gold, enough treasure that you can get Umbral Nexus to level 500 Deathless Pure Faction. I have videos on that as well. I have videos on just Umbral Nexus, where you're going for all rewards and you just need some teams. And I have pure level 500 Deathless. So go to my channel, go to my search bar, look up Umbral Nexus. You'll find it. If you just type it in the regular YouTube search bar, you'll get all this crap. Not my stuff. Alright, let's check out weapon spoilers for Switch. Nothing. No weapons. Class spoilers. Nothing, but you're getting Geomancer one day. Sometime in April, you're getting Hellcrag, a new kingdom. And then your next pet is around Christmas time. Alright, max kingdom power for Switch. On the 28th of November, Zhejian Kingdom Power goes to 25. Also, Pan's Veil goes to 22. On the 2nd of December, Kazeel Kingdom Power goes to 23. So yeah, that's on Nintendo Switch there. I think the most important thing is the Wild Queen. The Wild Queen is there for you to get with your event keys if you've been saving them up like a good boy. Instead of just blowing them 100 at a time, save up thousands and then throw them on a good mythic. Event keys are going to get you like 1 or 2 mythics. Don't think of them as something you're going to just get a bunch of mythics with. It's not going to happen. You need to save them, all of them up, till you have like 5,000, and then get yourself 1 mythic with it. And maybe 2 eventually one day. Like I myself have probably got 1 mythic ever with event keys like that I was targeting. I saved up a bunch, I threw it, I got lucky, and I got like 1 over my whole 5-6 year career of Gems of War. So it's not like a great way, but it's the only other way you can target specific mythics is event keys. Other than diamonds, crafting, and the Soul Forge, the only other way is event keys when it's the week of that mythic. Like this week is Pan's Veil. This week is the Wild Queen. If you throw event keys this week, you're going to have a good chance at getting the Wild Queen. It's the only mythics in the drop table, right in the event key drop table right now, are the Wild Queen, the Wild King, and one other one that I keep forgetting. I think it's like Pan or something. So now's the time. If you've been saving your event keys like you're supposed to, there's no reason to be just using them all willy-nilly. Event keys are something you save and save and save and save and save and save and save until it's ridiculous. And then when you have like 5,000, you can go get that specific mythic. It's the only other way to target specific mythics down, so you have to do it. And it's not that fun, but if you save up enough, you can do it. So anyway, Wild Queen, Wild King, I don't think he's available for y'all, but Wild Queen, Glaive of Many Goats, Yasmin's Pride is what you're looking at this upcoming week. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, consider joining, helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.